with the game. We can fill it with the action here and Overpass between the likes of... Okay, well, we've got Na'Vi and Cloud9 on our screens.
Okay,
so
and on we go then.
I guess we're going...
Yeah, we were supposed to be doing MIBR with Liquid, but it's Na'Vi and Cloud9, and that is fine. All right. So let's see how this one goes then. We've got Na'Vi making their way into the B bomb site. And there's a nice pick off from Rush. The short B position going to be held down, and there is Rush taken out by the barrels. 3 versus 3, and we've got Na'Vi on the B bomb site. I don't think they've got a chance to plant the bomb just yet because they don't really have control of the short B position, and that's going to be a giant issue for them. Flamey will try to take the balcony players away, but can he do it fast enough? Golden's picked off Simple, so issues will be compounded, it seems, unless he can find that frag. This is really awkward for both teams now. Golden points in their return, and he will get taken out.
Bomb now just being planted on the A-bomb site. Cloud9 have quite the run to get there, and you can see Automatic now swinging on through with new man Vice at his side. And there is no kit on them at the moment. Not sure if there's one on the site somewhere, but that does mean they have to speed things up and they have to somehow bait out these players. Normally you do that by tapping the bomb, threatening a defuse attempt. Automatic will find one, can't get the headshot though, but he has the information as to where both players are. Can he cover for his teammate? Okay, alrighty then. Both headshots coming in. Is there enough time? Indeed, they don't have a kit. This is kind of crazy. Wow, this is really, really close. My God, Cloud9 pick it up. That's incredible, because if you consider the fact that both Na'Vi players, they both went down instantly, and they're in a position where delaying just even 5 more seconds, that's it. They won the round just by doing that. But somehow they both get taken out instantly. That is kind of crazy. So Cloud9 very fortunate to pick that one up. But we saw on the previous match that they played on Cash that they won every pistol, but they lost every second round to the force buy of their opponents. And we've seen how deadly Na'Vi are in this situation. Simple. He has an AK-47. This is no laughing matter. We'll have to see if Cloud9 can weather the storm. That is Na'Vi. There is so much space on a map like this for a player like Simple with any weapon. So it's going to be fairly difficult to deal with as Cloud9 will have it all to do. The underdogs for certain. Doing a lot of damage here around the playground area. Vice able to defend, but the frags are happening here for Na'Vi. They've made their way onto the A-bomb site. Vice is locked down in position. He's been fragged as well. This has, once again, this is the 3rd time in a row. It seems like Cloud9 are going to lose to a force buy in the 2nd round after winning the pistol. That is not a good statistic.
Right then, csgo continues to move forward, and he's lost his teammate. He doesn't have a defuse kit, so I think he's just trying to do as much damage as possible. It's going to be hard for him to fall off because he'll be going directly below the bomb site, so he may assume his own death already, and it will be confirmed by Flamey, written on a parchment, printed on the tablet, whatever you like. It's 1-1, and another force buy has been successful. 1 round apiece. What will Cloud9 choose to do? In the last match that Dan and I commentated with Cloud9, we saw what we have to assume is shortcomings because of all the roster changes and so on, the turbulence they have had. We won't touch on that too much in this particular match because we've gone through it already, but maybe versus the likes of Na'Vi, who have been solid from here to Shanghai in the matches that we've seen of them. They've been pretty coordinated and so on, so I think the errors will be minimal for Cloud9 to capitalize on. On the Cloud9 side, they kind of have to make some just because of how pressure fire roster is. Automatic with some spam in the connector position, but nothing doing just yet. The rest of the team with some pistols, and csgo's got a smoke grenade. Golden trying to hide, but he ran out of places to hide, and Edward will shoot him in the back of the head.
Yeah, it's a really difficult situation for Cloud9. I mean, Na'Vi, their T-sides are really quite remarkable. csgo, though, starting to sell some Deagle damage, but it's got low HP now. Smoke will make things a little bit easier. Just finding another shot there onto the likes of Zeus, and all of a sudden, it's a 2 versus 2. So Cloud9 making things a little bit awkward here for the Cloud9 team, but Cloud9 out of position on this A bomb site, and that will allow the bomb to go down, and that should really give a decisive advantage. HMB's creeping up. If you can find another one deke, maybe a chance, but not quite happening here for him. Flamey finishes him off. Now it's up to Rush. Rush always performs well, but it's a lot to ask here. Doesn't know where both players are. Using the smoke to try to make things easier. Find a 1 versus 1. He'll get it, but he won't win it. And that'll be Na'Vi converting. Got hairy there for a moment, but looking clean now moving forwards. 8-1 for Flamey. He's already in 3 or 4 rounds doing better than his entire Inferno performance earlier today.
To see, yeah. He had 6 kills for the longest time, but it's a whole new world on Overpass. Lovely second shot there from KGB, but it ought to be a highlight in a round which was lost, and they'll be on USP. The flashbang by KGB. Can they really hope to have from that flash? He is in the B-bomb site on his own. He's about to get victimized, and he will be. So nothing crazy to shout about. Cloud9 trying to use the close quarters of Connector, and they may be at the mercy of the plays, and shortly should they open the door. Flamey from the back. Not too much to get out of this, Na'Vi. Simple's the only person with the money-making machine in Mac 10. It seems the AKs might do most of the work, although here comes the Sentry. Looking to make some more money. The last player running away, Vice, hiding by Divider. Resetting the situation, hoping for a double dink, a ding dong. No ding, no dong. It is 3-1.
Yes, looking rather smooth for them at the moment. Their money's starting to get out of control. Looking very nice there, but Cloud9, they'll bring the M4s out now in this round. 4 M4s, and Golden, he's not going to have... Oh, he actually will be able to get an M4, but Grenade's really lacking here, and I'm seeing some helmets and the Mac 10s out in the Simples. Maybe they need them. The Mac 10 does indicate a fast round, and we'll have to see where Na'Vi decide to go. But as far as Cloud9 are concerned, they don't have a defuse kit here, which is not great, honestly. Can be the difference between winning and losing a round. 1 single kit, but they have to cut corners. They have to cut a lot of corners here. They don't have much utility either. No AWP. And Na'Vi, they can just throw Simple at a bomb site with that Mac 10, try to open things up, try to be the guy jumping around corners, clearing bathrooms. Golden will be met here, and nice work from Golden, showing that he's really got... I mean, one thing I have to say about Golden is that he can frag.
Yeah.
Golden can frag. Can hold his own.
Simple will get the upgrade of the fallen AK-47. Automatic will be interesting once the AWP comes out to play, unless it's going to be KGB again. I would hope that Automatic will continue with the AWP because he's been so good with it. But time will tell. All right then, this smoke will not reveal Automatic just yet. He's going to catch... Oh, okay, maybe he's not going to catch Simple off guard. Well, he'll catch him off guard, but won't get the frag. Now in a fast-moving situation, Electronic with a 2K. I think he had 12 HP for a second one. And he didn't take another bullet, of course. Now 4 versus 2 leaves little for Cloud9 to do. Last 2 players on the B bomb site, and it's another round in the bag for Na'Vi. And again, I think their sheer organization is going to be an issue for Cloud9 at this point. So I do want to see Cloud9 on a full buy, just to see who picks up the AWP. Maybe remembering Cage and B with the AWP might spur him on to pick it up in the eyes of the other Cloud9 players, but I would like to see Automatic continue with it.
Yeah, I think it makes the most sense. You know, even if they have the long-term objective to switch it onto KGB, I think Automatic's been playing that for the longest time. I'm not sure how much preparation they've had with this team, but this is a map where you have to, Europa has to know exactly how to play those forward positions around the other, players on your team. And if you already have a dynamic with something like that, I don't think you just want to mix it up straight away, because KGB might not have that feeling as to how he's going to be supported when he's going aggressive, as Automatic might. So we'll have to see what that dynamic looks like. But you can see Electronic doing lots of damage there, finding that second kill as the smoke dissipated. Very key stuff there for Na'Vi. 4-1 as we get the pistols out now for Cloud9 around the 2 saved weapons. And quick push down Connector, quick push for Edward as KGB gets discovered around the party position. And there's the flashbang, nice from Vice. Some good damage with the CZ, can't follow it up, but perhaps Automatic can, but the cover's there from Simple. And it will be a 4 versus 2 when all is said and done around Connector. And maybe there's another investment. Simple's nailing Rush with that AK. And this round is going to soon be over. Golden looking for some lovely one-shots with that Deagle, perhaps. That's really all that there is left in this round for Cloud9.
The facial hair makes him look a lot older. I don't think he had the beard thing going on. When
No. We talked about it before. You said he's been in the bush, and I was like, he looks more rugged.
Yeah. I didn't mention the beard specifically though, but I suppose that was, you know, just overall. You got to consider the whole head of hair there with that description. So he will be holding on to his Kevlar, or trying to. I don't know if Electronic would have heard him running away. And 5-1 for Na'Vi. They don't seem too tested at the moment. Simple's currently on $8,000. He's about to make some more. Even if Cloud9 win around, I guess they don't have the pressure that he had previously. Edward's been looking good today as well. I think it's worth noting. He's had a lot of focus on him. Well, I think he has actually. I think people would normally look to Zeus in terms of the fragging for Na'Vi, but Edward hasn't been what he used to be for sure. But he's been having a good day so far. We've got Zeus with the glasses on as well. He was leading by example in a previous match. Yeah,
I think he top fragged on Inferno or close to. Yeah, he really turned up. I mean, he's just generally been playing a lot better, which is excellent. Na'Vi against the AWP finally, and it is indeed Automatic who keeps that in hand.
Good.
And he will be playing in the long position, as you can see there, by himself. So a conservative setup for Cloud9 to kick things off. And if long is tested, the AWP presence will be announced by Automatic. But the setup here for Cloud9 is very much a kind of a feeler setup where you try to feel out, okay, what is the pace of Na'Vi's T side? You know, what are they trying to do? Let's not overextend in a way or gamble an aggressive move and sort of run into something untoward, but instead just feel out, okay, how do they want to play this round out? And we'll react instead of take initiative.
I love this smoke from Na'Vi. This limits where the CTs can stand at, rather it lets Na'Vi get a lot closer to the site. They're not subject so much to that divider smoke grenade. You can throw this from the short B position as well, so it can be useful as a fake in the rounds to come. Rush has also been taken out. 5 versus 3 for Na'Vi, and it gets worse. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these rounds in this first half go in this fashion. Again, I just think where these teams are at the moment, there's too much organization for Na'Vi for Cloud9 to deal with. But that look smoke is not one that you see very often on Overpass at the moment from many different teams at the very least, but I do think there is power in it. Okay, well, KGB has little to lose. I'm assuming the money's together with his teammates, so he's going to try and frag everybody. He's got 2 so far, but he won't find the 3rd in Electronic. Too many man on the A-bomb site, 6-1 for Na'Vi.
Yeah, it's looking really good for them still. I mean, I don't know how Cloud9 are going to stop them. One thing that would be good to see that we haven't seen just yet from Cloud9 is the variety of aggressive options when the AWP is in hand. And that's just because they've only had an AWP once. It was this round, and they decided to go very passive with it. And it didn't really work too well for them in the end. So as we can see, the entry kills going the way of Na'Vi, bullying their way onto the A-bomb site. But Cloud9, they can take sewers, they can try to do pop flash plays in towards Monster, and if there's a lurker there, if it's Na'Vi playing a default, isolate him, kill him, take the advantage there. Try to play more towards Connector, try to get that opening pick with the AWP in Connector, or do a 2 or 3 man push towards long or towards the fountain. Like there's all sorts of, there's so many different types of options, and you can put the AWP in any of those positions just mentioned, any of them at all. So that's all the aggressive potential that you see commonly be used by a CT side to take initiative. And I think that Cloud9, James, I think they have to take an approach where they just go crazy here. Just high risk plays, try to get back in it, you know, accept that the fact that you're not supposed to win this game, and just get a bit crazy.
Get a bit crazy, says that. Let's see if they're able to do that. 2 MP9s and a bunch of Eagles. Okay, well that's a good start, and that's even better. Golden delivering another frag And you can win some rounds like this, although this could still be recovered by Na'Vi if they can keep 3 players alive and cut down the numbers of Cloud9. The numbers is one of the great advantages when you've got the crap buy in a round such as this. So the 5 versus 3 was good for a while, but it may not get much further than that for Cloud9, and it won't. 7-1, crisis is averted, and Na'Vi are all good in the hood. I mean, they were losing money by winning rounds, so losing 2 players won't be a big issue there. You see Simple and Electronic with 16k at the beginning of this round.
Yeah, it's been really good for them. Electronic only with 2 deaths, so he has absolutely been stacking the cash. But here are the Deagle shots. KGMB's been delivering a few of those so far in his debut performance here with Cloud9. And again, you know, Na'Vi is looking real smooth for them.
Yeah.
And I talked about aggressive options. We've got KGMB on the AWP now. He's playing defensively around the pillar on the B-bomb side, and it's the connector play for the CT side here. That's the aggression of choice, boosting Golden up. They do have also Vice to help support and help Automatics safely get out of the connector position as Golden's left in this off angle. It's quite a good angle. As you can see, he's kind of far away from the wall there, so he should have a very favorable duel against any players that come into this position. However, we'll have to see what utility is used to aid the push. Often not too much in this spot, so it should be quite strong. If he's looking the way, the right time. No, the timing. Oh, no. You hate to see that. Now the pressure's on Automatic. Russian KGMB, the only players left. They are being bled. And they bleed profusely here on Overpass on this CT side so far. Oh, man. It's happening again. Flamey with another kill, just finding a good timing. Oh, God. It's just not, it's not looking good. Oh my god. This round was just a catastrophe for Cloud9. They got made to look like children, James.
The children. All right. Automatic 1 for 8. Not often you get to say it's something like that. Na'Vi so comfortable. I don't know what we're going to talk about at half-time, Dan.
Yeah, this was a really rough round. You could they were not in that round in any sense. They had nothing worked. Not even one person having a fair 1 versus 1. I think 2 or 3 players died without you really even being aware that they were about to be in a fight.
Even though it's 8-1, actually it's not relevant to this particular round because no one died, it seems. But in some of the rounds prior, like 1 round Edward brought down to $2,000 and Simple still had 15k. You never know what's going to happen in rounds to come, so you should spread the wealth because literally Simple just losing money by winning rounds. He spent $600, like a fifth of what he would have got for winning the last rounds. So
Electronic's having a giggle.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely don't feel challenged. But when do you see Na'Vi smiling during a match? That's not a thing that happens. They're going for a double nade towards the jump peak situation, or position or situation, but they're not there just now. They're going for the triple, the avalanche of humanity. Looking towards short B. 4 of their players are invested in this, but maybe they get 1 frag. Once you get that 1 frag, Na'Vi know where almost everybody is.
Oh, God. Oh, wow, he almost had that one, didn't he? Automatic, blinds, forced out into the open, and eliminated. KGMB back at it again with the Deagle kills. Get anything else? There he goes. Some assist from Golden. That's a bit messy, but there we go. Explosive finish from Flamey, he's getting all the kills. It's 18 for 4.
The look on Golden's face says to me, yeah, this is kind of short-term annoying. It's like, you know, the situation is what it is, the long term, but we've got to kind of suffer this for the time being. That's what his face is to me.
I wonder if Cloud9, they, you know, because obviously you have to attend tournaments, but you're in a spot where it's like we just need some time, man. We have this new lineup. We got to get some practices under our belts and really figure out what the identity of this new team looks like. But
yeah, they're an NA team, right? And Miami, you know, it's a short stop where this is they're scrimming and so on. But I think there's little.
No.
Oh.
Why has he done that? Why has he brought an auto sniper?
That's
kind of BM.
You know what? That's kind of rude because I feel like if it was, you know, if you're dominating a team that's been together for a while and you want to do that, then that's fair enough. but you're doing it against a team who have had a guy away for a while because of illness, and then they've replaced 2 more players, and that's just BS. At that point, that's BS.
Yeah,
the old Simple's back. Where is Simple anyway right now? Okay, well he's dead now, of course.
Yeah, Flamey is cleaning up again. I gotta say, Flamey is often that guy. I feel like when it's this landslide type victory, he's the guy that just kills everyone. But
Golden has an angle on the bomb. You can see it there. Ooh, unscopes at the wrong time, but he gets the kill anyway. So you do wonder, like if he's to win this round, which he will, you wonder 4K from him. That's a weird round though. I feel like, I'm talking overreaction because, I mean, Simple's rocking an auto sniper.
yeah,
And, I mean, well, in fairness, he could have bought it by accident if he wanted to buy an AWP. We're making a lot of assumptions because it's not something I don't think I've ever seen before.
Yeah.
So I'll take that back, and it could have just been a mistake buy, but it's just, yeah. See, I don't know if that's like, I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, like with all of the laughing and stuff on the team, I mean, you can see that they must feel like they've already won this game. It's, you do wonder. But if it was on purpose, it is a little bit BM.
Where he's face palming like that, I want to think that he just bought the wrong weapon.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. We can never know, unless we ask him.
Yeah, so we could know, quite easily, in fairness.
If we ask him. He's a bit busy right now, though, James. We could try to pause the match and get an admin in there. Oh, Cajun B. He's going to be able to defend Electronics' push. So here we go. Cloud9 perhaps able to capitalize upon Na'Vi as they loosen up a little bit. Oh no, automatic. Yeah, it's not something you often see from him. Golden though, he seems to be very focused. You got to say so far. Class act is Golden. With a wrap from long. Trey's coming in though, and Zeus left 19 HP is in a bad spot, but he does have a recoverable bomb as opposed to a non-recoverable bomb. But he's still got 19 HP, so his ability to take fights is not fantastic.
Did he mean to jump? I wonder. Fade away, flashbang, and they know where he is now. 34 seconds, he starts to move in, and it's a trade frag setup pretty much. Disposing of the weapon, or trying to, but that's the most solid hedge I've ever seen. Great awareness though from him. Trying to bait out the trade fraggers, spotted one. But he doesn't know that someone's still by the truck, and surely he doesn't check this now. And there is round number 3 for Cloud9. So a door has been opened. They could get 6 rounds out of this half, and then who knows? The way some of these rounds have been going, you think, oh, this is already over, but it's not necessarily, not now. Yeah.
Indeed, it's definitely a strange game, just in the way that Cloud9 are getting so dominated to the point where it doesn't feel like Na'Vi are doing anything at all. They're just anything special. They're just running around, like getting headshots, and Flamey's on 21 kills. It's very strange, but perhaps some normalcy can be found here. Now Golden going aggressive towards Fountain. This is what we were talking about before. You've got to get aggressive on the cross CT side, and there you go. One off guard, can't find the second though. But it's a good effort from Golden. He's been feeling it. He's obviously playing well. But this time he's not able to get the extra frag that he needs. But sometimes even going 4 versus 4, even though it's more favorable for the T side, it does allow you as a CTs more space to move around. You can play a T side yourself in a sense. And automatic. Nice angle. Needs to quit the battle though. He's got to convert this one. He gets excellent amounts of damage and a kill as well. So he's done well. Now Vice replaces him towards that long position to try to punish the remainder of Na'Vi that are now pushing. This could be another round for Cloud9 if this goes well. Oh, the flash! I mean, Vice was almost in front of that flash.
Got a rotation from the last 2 Cloud9 players, but look at Edward's position. UNB wasn't just jet by KGB, maybe the smoke saves him, and now he's got the advantage as Edward moves to the edge of the smoke. What a turnaround, 2 versus 2. Plenty of time to plant the bomb. Is there a spray? Maybe it would have caught Electronic. We've got a flash on the high ground, but KGB's gotten back down the stairs. 2 more flashes. Rush has a Molotov. He could throw it towards the truck, and that would cause so many problems towards Optimus. Where Electronic is. Oh, he spotted something, and we've got Flamey in the red as well. could Cloud9 get 6 rounds out of this? If they could, then that's game on. Surely the CT side is going to be the harder side for them.
Yeah, against Na'Vi, I think that could be the case. Yeah, I mean, typically you feel like CT side Overpass, that's where you're going to find maybe some consistency and it will feel a bit easier to play because Overpass is very technical on the T side, but Na'Vi just a team that really does rock the T sides. I think that they have some really incredible T sides on certain maps. Mirage is one of my favorites when watching Na'Vi these days. And great stuff once again from Rush. You can see the skill is there. It's just, again, it's rough around the edges for Cloud9 as they looking to rebuild this roster, rebuild this team. Fast reconnector here, and so you can find something else. Zeus on the auto sniper now. James.
Okay, now.
I mean, it's again, like stuff like this, well, that's a very viable use of the weapon.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like I think I'm going to commit and say that you should never buy, outside of like Dust 2T spawn, an auto sniper or take it through with you in a round, because I feel like an auto sniper is always going to have more value if a CT side picks it up, because they have the angles to hold in most cases. So, there's inherent benefits in that. Big flashbang automatic, though. He won't escape. He'll get traded. But they still have the man advantage, Cloud9, and some information. And here is that auto sniper. It's just so big. I'm not used to seeing it in a professional match, but here we are.
I mean, it's not BM if it's something that they would actually do against any team, if it's part of one of their strats. So we'll withhold judgment for now. But Zeus, buried down on the safe bomb site with the auto sniper. Maybe it's a little bit awkward. The rifle's doing the job here for Cloud9. So he's trying to wrap around. Auto sniper can't find his mark. And looks pretty good here. Well, it did at least. Flamey, how much needed? He's been performing well so far. Indeed, he will be eliminated. And the 6th round might be on the cards right now. The money's still there, though, for Na'Vi. They have so much, of course. And that was why it looked so bad to begin with. When Na'Vi were picking up all these rounds, they got 9 in a row.
Astralis are currently losing 11-2 to FaZe Clan. Just to keep your guys updated on what's going on elsewhere, MIBR Liquid is 7-7. So very interesting times. And this is weird. This auto sniper stuff is weird. You saw, because you close the distance, and the auto sniper on the CT side is better for no-scoping. You can quite reasonably no-scope somebody from double the distance. Use was that, even triple the distance. But I don't know if the same can be said. I would say the T side auto sniper is more inaccurate, at least on scope. So, you close the distance, start pushing a sight, you are at a distinct disadvantage. And he almost completely missed his shot, or maybe it did miss his shot. So this has turned very bizarre. Also, Flamey's 23 for 8. So he is far ahead of anybody else on the server at the moment. So this is bizarre.
I mean, Electronic has an AWP right now, so I don't know if that's like, is he gonna swap it out to simple or something, or what is the? Are they just, what's going on here? Very strange. He has a spawn, I guess, maybe.
Na'Vi cannot make the final, by the way. FYI.
And that's perhaps why we're seeing some experimental stuff.
That's, I suppose, there is some redundancy in the maps then, but I don't know. It's weird. What about this auto sniper thing? Well, apparently the answer was no. Maybe. That's a great first shot from him, but the one is too much to ask. Rush will be taken down as well. And you wonder if Na'Vi will make it to 10 rounds. Just 1 round ahead at the moment. There's a smoke grenade to be picked up, which could help take out some of these players' positions, like the short B area. Yeah, he remembers where it was. Marvelous stuff. The presence of mine there from automatic. So that could go towards Monster later on, although I don't know if he's got an angle for it really from where he's standing at the moment. What do they choose to do at this point? Maybe re-smoking that short position. That bomb's pretty far ticked. Trying to smoke the bomb maybe, I don't know, but they've completely missed that. Electronic is going to hold the angle, and now Golden's at the mercy of these players. Again, just through the smoke he goes, but is there time? Oh, I think he might have time to defuse it, actually. This is going to be so close. If Simple just waited half a second, he would have had the round, but he doesn't, and that's 5 rounds in a row for Cloud9. And you do wonder about these auto snipers, so we've got 3 minutes to discuss all that kind of carnage that we just saw in that first half.
I want to say that the auto sniper was on purpose.
Think so?
For example. Yeah, I think they're just trying stuff because they can, as you said.
Yeah, but
the nature of the match.
Sniper.
I mean, we saw it twice, James. We saw it twice.
Yeah.
And also we saw Electronic picking up an AWP instead of, having it on simple or something like that. I don't know if that's often going to be the case. Does it make sense? Really, simple can be the best sniper in the world at any given moment. So
on the T side as well, because the CT side you might see Flamey on the AWP or something. So there are some anomalies in this game of Counter-Strike so far as Na'Vi are concerned. I think it's still a rich experience for Cloud9, even if they're out of contention, purely because they need as much experience as possible for this team to settle, let alone gel. But for Na'Vi, it's kind of weird. I see Simple's got dual elites, which get right buys as well. He
wouldn't normally buy dual elites, James. I never see him do that.
Yeah, me neither. But I will say on the CT side, let's take Inferno because it's the easiest example. Or if he goes to Connector, he's bought a HE as well, so he could bounce it off the wall if he hears a rush. But I think there are positions where on the CT side of a pistol round, you could buy dual elite or a 5.7, basically around 20 bullets if you have a tight choke point where you might have players try and rush, like the balcony towards A on Inferno or Connector on Overpass, maybe Monster?
You can do it, James, but I'm never going to do it.
Yeah, the dual elites suck, man.
I mean,
unless you're super close range. But if they don't go that way and you've got to rotate, then you're at a disadvantage to a degree. I
was going to say, if it's the case that we don't see loads of people doing it, then it's probably a good enough testament that it sucks. But at the same time, the org is, it's just was there in the game forever, and no one was like, oh, this is a good weapon.
Yeah, no one should want to be a sheep for sure. So, but it's just the inaccuracy of them. I mean, I've tried to use them, and some of you will be like, well, James, let's take this into perspective, right? But that's. Like, they are inaccurate, man. I would take a 5.7 over them any day.
That's more punishing when you're playing against the best players in the world as well, because they're not going to miss. They're going to miss you. So you need that chance, that one chance that you have, that first bullet. It's got to hit the mark. So yeah, I like the CZ instead for spots like that personally, because you can get some accurate spray with it, and it's very good when there's lots of oncoming players, and you're just like looking for the headshot close range. Makes a lot of sense. But yeah. It's going to be an interesting situation to see where this one goes. I feel like Na'Vi, they kind of let off the gas a bit on that first half, because we had like a series of 9 rounds they won in a row, where all of those 9 rounds, the Cloud9 couldn't frag them. They couldn't get any kills. They were really struggling. You can see Na'Vi was going through the paces of what their T side looks like, and as soon as they bought the auto sniper, and we started to see a lot of laughing on their side, and they're seemingly messing around a bit more. That's when we saw Cloud9 get back into the game. And credit to Cloud9 when that opportunity was presented to them to be able to punish effectively and get 6 rounds on the board to make this look a lot better and to keep the match alive. But it's going to require a lot to take them down here. But the fact that Simple has dualies and an HE, I don't want to see...
Connector, definitely.
I don't want to see Na'Vi not taking this super seriously.
Okay, it's going towards B, not Connector. So let's see. Because I'm thinking the HE, if you hear rush, you could bounce it off. But yeah, Monster's the second option. So, electronic spotting as well. So that's going to be interesting. Once that plays through, he's not spotting anymore. There goes the HE. What's the damage? It's been reasonable. And now here comes the... Oh, never mind. All right, so we've got Electronic in that short B position, trying to pop some heads. There's the first one. No, his teammates have been lost, and this looks good for Cloud9. It's Edward versus 3, position unknown for the time being. Here's the beat, but there's cover from Vice, and that will be a swift pistol round for Cloud9.
Swift indeed, but again, James, let's look at it this way. Cloud9 have won 4 of the last 4 pistol rounds that we've costed today. 4 of 4 pistol rounds. They have also lost 4 of 4 second rounds. The second rounds. They've lost the force by every single time. The bomb went down here, so we'll have to see if they have enough. Wait, what am I talking about? They were on the season. Okay, let's see if Na'Vi can do this once again to them. They did in the first half. Cloud9 will be trying to bust their way into the B-bomb site. Only 2 players there. K-Shapri will take a lot of damage though. Flamey playing around the pillar. Eventually will be taken out. So this looks promising for Cloud9 to convert. Automatic creeping through the smoke. We'll find 1 and 2. So there you go. They've broken the curse. The curse has been lifted. Then Cloud9 will be up against a full save now. Not too much that Na'Vi can really do here. And you know, Flamey will be the one with the most money, so we'll likely see him punching the AWP into the following round. We shall see. Simple has a Deagle, as does Flamey. Flamey gets an HE as well. So some stuff to be, so, you know, just about the AWP perhaps not going to factor in, but curious how much damage the Deagles do. I like this from Cloud9, just going for the B1 side, just rushing through Monster again. It's a bit of a gamble, but it does work out well very often.
HE. Okay then. There is a kill. Enemy collected. Okay. 3 versus 3. The third player, Simple though, is far away. Now, do you go for this? Maybe you don't after that grenade. Electronic in position with the AK-47, but that's so much damage with Flamey on 2 HP as well. I think it's about collecting what else they can. Metal detectors are the other two Na'Vi players. Flamey and Simple, little to lose, but the Desert Eagles, so they'll position themselves to try and steal something. Simple outside Monster, Flamey in Connector. Flamey won't find anything anytime soon. They're all going up towards the A-bomb site, and that is the score tied. Cloud9 continue to be on fire. 9-9. Now, can they continue this momentum once the buy round is in?
So, we have ourselves an AK and electronic, 3 orgs and an M4. So Na'Vi not with the AWP, but this is a CT side that you can play like a T side, much more than some other maps. So I'm looking forward to seeing if Na'Vi get a bit crazy and go for some of the aggressive pushes and plays. On certain maps, they're quite passive on their CT sides, like a Mirage, and I don't want to see that. But it doesn't look like they'll be getting down and dirty in this round. It's just Edward here with a flash bang in through, but he's been punished by Cage and B. Good cover coming in from that connector position for Cloud9, as we will have Na'Vi trying to figure out the best way to manage this situation. You've lost 1 player for free, effectively. There has been some damage done to the Cloud9 players, but they still stand 5 alive. And Cloud9 have control of long, and we've got electronic. I believe he just tossed a smoke towards that toilet's position. So no info here at all for Na'Vi. They don't know at all what's going on. It could be a B or A hit at this point. Electronic in the smoke on long. He's got to deliver something huge here, James. He's so alone.
That's absolutely crazy. Just standing in the smoke waiting for it to go. Facing 3 players, he got information for his team. Maybe expecting them to be closer. I don't know what the play was there, but he did get 1 kill out of it at the very least. And the bomb site's been taken by the likes of Cloud9. Great execute, deep smoke grenades, and they will abandon the entire site. There is a smoke grenade for Flamey, but they'll need more than that should they go for it, and it seems that they won't. Assuming they are 2 out of position. Simple, just hiding in plain sight. But it seems that Cloud9 will take the lead now. At this point, I'm inclined to favor Cloud9 for this, just based on how the end of the first half went. I'm not sure if Na'Vi's heads are necessarily in the right place for this particular best of 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption. Again, you know, with Na'Vi are a team where they have to make the most out of their T sides, just because they're not quite as balanced as some other teams. And that's one of the reasons why Na'Vi are also super exciting to watch, though, because there are some holes in their game, and they're aware of them. They are in a renewed effort, I would say, based on what they've put out into the public space in how they're trying to build to the future, with fixing certain things and changing certain things around, and they've spoken about some of the changes that they're making. But they have Simple and Electronic to lean on in if a team is to abuse the holes and punish their weaknesses, Simple Electronic can just go absolutely insane. And that level of explosiveness on the Na'Vi team makes them very exciting to watch, because sometimes they get into really bad spots, but they have that talent that just crowbars their way out of it somehow. And that's always really fun. It's been a really quiet game from Simple so far. It's all about Flamey, though. He's not been fragging too much into the second half. It's been all Cloud9, of course. Zeus 3 for 13, Simple 10 for 11. Wonder if things will begin to change now that Cloud9 are really beginning to turn up here.
So I thought the T side would be easier for Cloud9. The CT side looks pretty difficult for them, and maybe it should have been harder than we thought with the recovery towards the end. Zeus has got a kill. That's a positive again. Pretty low at the time, but for the time being, that's got to be annoying for KGB. Cloud9 have not done too much just yet. Got a lurker outside the B bomb site. There's a great flashbang from Electronic. Spots one player. Does that mean they're mostly towards B in the eyes of Na'Vi? Well, they'll soon find out that they are. Going for the transfer bites. He'll be denied, but Automatic will clean up the slack.
Yeah, great trade. Really important there. Smokes down. Molotov to cover the short position to allow the plant to happen without further harassment. A few grenades exchanged here for Na'Vi. Zeus picking up his second kill, and now Automatic in the 1 versus 3 clutch. He's already got 1 kill to his name. Oh my god, 4-3! Oh, 4-3! Oh, he was definitely on the screen, James. And that sucks. If his mouse, if his crosshair had been just a little bit to the left, he would have seen Electronic. I think he would have been on for it, but instead it is easy work for Na'Vi, and they'll pick up their first round of the second half, and they will go 10-10. And this is where Na'Vi could really reassert themselves in the game. We see Simple picking up the AWP, Flamey picking up the AWP. You'd expect Flamey maybe to be on that B-bomb site playing passive positions, Simple towards the A side of the map playing the aggressive positions, which requires more repositioning and a higher skill ceiling as far as the AWP is concerned. But no, it's actually Flamey leading the charge with the spawn that he has towards the... He's going down to connector, looks like he is. He's laughing as well, James. I've never seen him all so happy before.
Yeah.
I'm very confused.
Well, they have recently, or they have the intention of getting, like, I don't know if it's a psychologist or something, but it'll be good to see those additions to the Na'Vi organization. Edward taken up early. Zeus starts around the pillar. 2 lining up for Vice. He'll take down the first one. Flamey considering his options, and there is the trade. Looking for more, but they're all going through Monster, save for Golden, who is lurking in the background, waiting for a peek. There we go. Picks perfect timing, and Flamey gets his head ripped in half.
Really tough situation with Zeus and Electronic. I think Zeus really needs to get a kill out of that. If he had, and a 1 versus 3, maybe, I don't know, probably still not looking good for Electronic to want to go for it, but he'll try to find what he can here, see if he can frag anybody, keep this AK into the following round. The money of Na'Vi is not great. Electronic does have $2,000 already, and Simple is on 5K, so if Electronic can survive, he can't survive. But if he survived there, they would have a pretty solid buy in this following round. They can still go for a buy. It's just not going to look amazing. Simple will have the AWP. Simple could actually drop a FAMAS if he wanted. But he would have no nades if he did that. And looks like he'll...
Last bullet before he reloads. That's huge.
And it's very nice. Okay, interesting. So Simple has bought the AWP. He hasn't dropped a FAMAS, so he could have dropped a FAMAS to Flamey. He's bought an HE instead. He's got the helmet, which is redundant. And he's just got 1 HE. I'm not sure. I'm kind of confused. He could have just bought more, James. But he's left $2,000 in the tank. Maybe so that he can have an AWP in the next round if they don't win this one.
See how it plays out. Electronic will start things off with an aggressive play towards long. That works out. He has fallen back. He is miles away. And that's going to slow down the Cloud9 approach in that area. Quick peek from Edward. Not quite hitting the mark as he might have liked to. Same can be said for Automatic. It is Cloud9 with the 4. 3 players in the B-bomb site all around it for Na'Vi at present. Automatic looking in the usual positions. It's awkward to peek that water area from short B because you're often exposed to barrels at almost exactly the same time in terms of the angles that a CT side would normally hold. So you've got Zeus coming up through the connector position, and he'll get taken out. So, Automatic's lurked his way into the B-bomb site. So now what? Edward in the water, Flamey a little higher. They're not expecting this. And there's a big deagle shot from Edward. So, 30 seconds left, 3 on 3. Bomb not spotted just yet, and it is heading towards that B-bomb site.
The creep there from KGB is critical to the success in this round. And he's going to find contact. And I think they'll realize it was all the lurk there. Golden taken out from the side, and now down to Vice. New man Vice in the 1 versus 3 clutch. He'll get the bomb planted just in the nick of time, but not too much time to really reposition. I don't know how you do this. Wani goes for the peek. It's so difficult. You know that you've got to get a kill straight away in a 1 versus 3, and there's no good way to do it. He'll get taken down. That's the defuse coming in for Na'Vi, and it's right now it's a war of attrition. However, with the bomb plant, that will help enormously for Cloud9. They've still got a very nice amount of money, given all the rounds that they've won and how clean some of them were. That's a second round on this half for Na'Vi as Simple continues on with the AWP, and I don't know how to really call this match. I feel like, you know, Na'Vi started off so hot and then it just felt like the gas pedal was just broken somehow. They're drifting. But let's see if they can get Mechanic and fix that. Simple going aggressive with the shot. Flashbang, re-peek. Nothing given though.
And they fall back. Again, that's time to be spent for Cloud9 to clear these areas, especially because you can see where Rush was looking. Electronic was there in the previous round to get that early pick. So you never quite know, and again, that will delay things. Cloud9, of course, comfortable with a slow approach. They've got a second player lurking towards the B bomb site. It seems that will be their intention, as the bomb will head there as well. A pop flash play from Na'Vi. I'm sure that was heard by Cloud9. Starting to show some presence, but look at the push. 2 men ready for Na'Vi to do something around that short B position, a double peek essentially. They're all around the B bomb site with Cage and B around connector. And there's a short B push, the open door from Cage and B. He'll get a kill onto Edward. They'll try and buy some time now, but it's not quite working out. Cloud9 forcing their way into the B bomb site with all the frags, and only Simple and Electronic remain.
Difficult one, but those are the 2 players you want. Simple with the AWP, the kits in hand as well, looking for the opening. It's not too impossibly hard to get through on towards that B bomb site, but the players can just position themselves so far back. Vice there does give Electronic a kill, so you can start to think about it perhaps, but obviously the time is really a problem, and as Simple is out of position with the defuse kit, so they're just trying to hold on to these guns. And Na'Vi get themselves another kill there. Golden going down. I'm not sure if Electronic wants to upgrade to the AK, but that's an option for him. Looks like he won't. Protecting Simple. Make sure that orb makes it through onto the next round, and we'll see if they can get something else going here. It's really been a lot about Electronic in this half for Na'Vi. I don't know that Simple's had a kill actually in this half. It's just been stuck on 10 frags for a long time. And see if that orb can get some value. He went for those fountain pushes in the previous round.
Yeah, we've got the usual grenades being deployed by Cloud9. Take some toilet positions away from Na'Vi. Simple ahead of the toilets, and the flashbang will encourage him to move back. We'll smoke towards Divider already as well. They'll be boosting Electronic up for a look towards the toilet position. Fade away HE grenade, nothing doing. There are 6 smokes on the map at the moment, and Rush is charging down that long position, but Simple's gonna spot him. What does he do now? Starts to fall back, and we'll put a deep smoke grenade in, which could suggest that he could be deep. Maybe a change of pace from Cloud9. Do Na'Vi over-rotate? There's a tag through the smoke from Simple. A warning shot. Rush is on 1 HP.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the margin of error is there. If he stands 2 units closer to Simple, does he die? I don't know how that works, but he somehow does survive, and that might end up being a huge difference because he's got a Molotov and a flashbang. Just holding, keeping that utility alive is a big deal, and they'll start to creep up towards the long position. Electronic with the off angle. Maybe Simple will try to bait them out. And all the lineups here could be real. We have a double for Simple. Is there another one in store? No, Electronic. They feed into him. It's worked out perfectly for Na'Vi. They survive with all 5. And the money is going to be brilliant now for them. And they are starting to whittle down Cloud9's money, finally. Still looks actually pretty decent, though.
Standard.
Here it is. He knew it was going to happen.
Marvelous.
Collateral.
12-12. Both teams will continue. It seems Vice only has the money for a Desert Eagle in this particular round. So now it's Cloud9's turn to feel the pinch. Moving towards that short B position. The bomb's already outside the monster area. They've got Flamey there for the pop flash, having a look, spotting one player up the stairs. But that's it. There are 4 players in total. Vice with that Deagle takes a bullet for the President, but the President goes down as well. Bombs on the floor. Golden will trade 3 versus 3, but for how long? Golden gets his bell rung by Electronic, and he gets finished off through the smoke as well.
Such a smart player, Electronic. What a beautiful passage of play from him. Automatic trying to do what he can, but now up to csgo against 3. As he does have some utility. He's got the bomb on his feet, but he can't win the battle against Electronic. Expertly done from the barrels from Electronic, and that's 13 now for Na'Vi. And we talked about the money being whittled down, and it certainly now will start to play into effect as Cloud9. They need to save. They need a half buy here, but again, they were the team winning rounds most of the, for the majority of this half, and so their loss bonus is not going to be too kind to them. They will have, I believe, 2 in the loss bonus, and that's $1,900, as you can see, and that's not really enough to get the buy going with. So we'll see Na'Vi with an easier affair. Zeus on 5 kills. He's really struggling to get into the action. But you know what? He's had some great games today, so we can let him off.
Oh, there's smoke coming out of Optimus. I have never noticed that before. I guess I don't stare at the truck when I'm in sport. Molotov from Electronic trying to stop the push from the T side, but, well, it will split them up at the very least. Might slow them down. This is a pistol round from Cloud9, mostly P250s. Nice up close shot from Simple. He's got support there as well. Now will that draw players to his position, trying to catch him rotating? It seems it will get his bell rung down to 36 HP, but again he's got plenty of support. 2 riflers in tow, but 2 will get taken down. And now Simple with the USP, what does he choose to do? I think backing off might be the right decision. He'll give himself an angle advantage. There's a gap as well. Surely there's a gap. They're walking away, Cloud9. 2 versus 3. They've picked up an AUG. And Rush has full armor in this round, so there could be more in this round for Cloud9.
So quiet, but the steps are made. Flamey announces his presence, and he handles that one very easily. Diffuses attention immediately, and that's going to be 14-12. By back in for Cloud9. This is going to have to do some damage here. You don't want to let Na'Vi get to 15, especially in this format. You know, you don't want those. No one likes a draw. You know, you want to win the game, James. You don't want to have a game where you're like, well, no one won. What's that? What's that about? So, single AWP for Na'Vi continues on, and the 5 AKs will make their way towards the connector position and towards the playgrounds. Simple still trying to keep tabs on this position. Oh my god, I think it's behind the smoke. Simple could not see that peek from Golden. Some value to be had, perhaps. But they don't know if there's a push around the fountain, Cloud9. This will waste some time. These aggressive smokes.
Yeah, the usual. Again, a reminder, Electronic was deep and long, got a super fast pick, and no one was able to respond in any way afterwards. So I think they'll probably be slow for the remainder of this map of Overpass. Simple takes automatic out. And he's looking for more. The Molotov will deter him for a time. There might be a double peek, but ooh, I think they heard that. And I think he's realized that as well. Backing off immediately. The element of surprise is gone. You can see the hunt. Vice will take out Edward instead. And maybe now that gives Simple another chance to go back to the world. I didn't know if it was Simple or Edward who got tagged by that molly. There's the crab walk from Rush, takes one in the face, and another one for Golden. Marvelous start for Human Missile Crisis on Overpass, but it gets taken down by csgo, and suddenly it's a 2 versus 2.
Yeah, really amazing luck plays from Vice. He's finding 1v1s and winning 2 of them by himself towards that B-bomb site. And now it's getting awkward. Time is the problem because that smoke is going to make things very difficult for Zeus. As that smoke's coming in, you have an option to jump down, but it's too risky. Zeus knows it. He's just going to play this one slow, allow Simple Electronic rather to reposition. He will reposition towards short, and it looks like this could be a good timing because Cloud9 are disappearing towards Monster. They're going for the short wrap, and it will take them some time to walk around towards that position. I wonder if Electronic will read this, because it is somewhat of a common play. And indeed, he reads it. He finds the weak player first now, up to Cajun, who will take the head of Electronic, but quickly speeding on towards that bomb, and Zeus is not ready for it. He keeps tapping it. He just did not seem ready at all for that peek from Cajun B. And that's a critical one to win there, because the money for Na'Vi is weird. Again, Simple has been carrying a lot just generally, so he will be fine. But should Cloud9 win this round, they're actually putting Na'Vi in a position where they have zero money, so they could actually still win the game.
Another tight one to come. 3 Galils coming out for Cloud9. Despite winning the round, they have a worse buy. They maybe have similar grenades, but again, the weaponry is not quite there. The frustration from Simple, looking to close this game out as soon as possible now. And they have another chance to do it. Again, another slow start from Cloud9, but they haven't always been able to avoid getting picked off. And now we've got Electronic in the connector again. Some rounds ago, aggressive towards long, now in a completely different position. Got a flashbang, presumably in the window. Seen some nice plays with that already. Now we've got players creeping towards the trophy position. There's no flashbang, but Vice is ready with the kill. And there comes Electronic, just opening the door. No flashes from him either. And that will be in the favor of the T side.
Absolutely, it will be Zeus now able to trade up onto Automatic. One more to go, and he can't quite pass the test, but Simple certainly can. That's Golden gone. And Rush with the Galil and a smoke grenade. Plenty of time though, and he has the bomb on his back. Decisions to be made here for him. Doesn't want to pick up a new gun, doesn't want to give away a sound cue. As he creeps into position, and Rush is looking to see if there's anyone to peek. There's no one to be found just yet. And he's down. Simple makes it 15-13. Incredibly important round for Na'Vi to pick up.
And that is match point for Na'Vi. So it's been a back and forth scenario. For those of you who are just joining us, the first half was all Na'Vi, and then auto snipers on the T side started coming out, and Cloud9 were able to mount somewhat of a comeback, and we find ourselves in this situation now. Cloud9 2 rounds away from a draw, Na'Vi 1 round away from a victory. Na'Vi can't make it to the final regardless, but we'll see if they can get another W in the bag in this situation. Electronic has been a pain for Cloud9 on Na'Vi's CT side. We'll see if that continues here. A fast play from Cloud9. They've got pots and pans to fight with. A difficult situation in what could be the last round of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Simple starting to come online finally with the AWP. He's had a really slow game so far. It's been all Electronic and Flamey for this match we've seen so far. And really deep position for Golden at the beginning of this round with that Max 10. Cajun B though, the Deagles, that's been somewhat of a story for Cloud9. He's always delivering those Deagle headshots. Simple up on top of the containers there, seeing what he can see, but nothing doing just yet as he awaits for Cloud9 to make a move, make a play. They have the man advantage. Simple is ready and waiting to decimate their push, but he did not get the chance to do so because they're starting to shuffle towards that B bomb site once again.
2 CTs to defend against. A very perfectly timed flashbang, pushing through the smoke, and Flamey's ready, delivering kill after kill. 2 players remain, still going through the smoke. Absolute suicide. They're like lemmings off the side of a cliff. And now it's Cajun B versus 3. He's got the bomb. He's got 40 seconds. He could possibly try to rotate towards the A site, but the door seems to be closed, so there would be sound cues with that. Walking into a crossfire. Surely he is doomed in this situation. New man Cajun B, 25 seconds on the clock. We've got Simple moving around, peeking, and he will deliver the final kill. Na'Vi will win their final match, 16-13. And